How's everybody doing? Okay, so here's the Dairy Queen build. These are a couple of photos I used for the inspiration. So the idea is that this little Dairy Queen that I built will be underneath this sort of bridge abutment. This will be like a backdrop on the right side where the staging goes through. In this photo, this is actual BC Hydro Surrey rail link, but now it's gone, I believe. But it ran down through Kitsilano and Vancouver, down to Burrard Bridge and the shops down there. So it's still part of the line, and I'm going to have that look on the left side, and the Dairy Queen will be where this building is here. Notice how close that is to the bridge column there. Anyway, this is one of the photos I used for the inspiration for the model, a small DQ, 70s style, not actually 60s, well, maybe late 60s, early 70s. And then this is the model, and as you can see, it's about 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches, made to fit that space, scaled up appropriately. And as I mentioned earlier, the footprint, this is what I established first, is this footprint area here. And then I play around with that until I get it visually the way I want it, and then I build out from there. And this sidewalk piece I added at the very end, just to give it more depth from the parking lot and to kind of, tie all this in. So this is by Wills, this plastic brick here. They got lots of different profiles and little brick pieces. Really good company in England, I believe. They're Double O, which is close to North American HO, but not exactly, but you can still use it. I got lots of this, so it was sort of scrap pieces. And then all the framing is all, of course, evergreen plastic, right? I used that for the framing and the windows. Same here, Wills on this side, and then just a blank at the back where it's going to go up against there'll be a brick, or sorry, a concrete bridge columns there, like in the photo. And then in this case, the roof comes off. And then the sign, how I did that was I just took a photocopy and shrunk it down, a black and white photocopy of a Dairy Queen from Images, and then I just spray glued it onto some 10 thou plastic, and then took a very sharp, like a brand new number 11 X-Acto blade, and scribed through the paper, traced it right with the knife. Not cut through, you don't need to, because you just snap this stuff. That's all you do with evergreen. You just scribe and snap. It's great. Once you get on a roll, you can really cut stuff out quick that way. Then I just cleaned it up a little bit of 600 sandpaper, the font. So I did both sides. There, that's the roof. And then this is a vent by Wills again, building accessory parts and so on. And then this I scratched up with some scrap, the air conditioner unit there. And then just the building, there's a wall that pops out so I can get in there. Right. And then as I mentioned before, I like my buildings, I want to be able to see through them, to see the track on the other side, the trains going by and stuff. That's why I build up the models, as opposed to, using like Photoshop and cut and paste stick walls. I mean, that looks good and it can be stunning effects. Which is great in a lot of applications as well, but I like to build my models up and paint them. Okay, so let's go have a look at it on the model. Okay, so here's the Dairy Queen from another angle, a little further down the module, zoomed in. You can see where it's going to go. The plywood riser in behind will be faced with a bridge column, weathered concrete bridge column. To the right of that, by the BC Rail building, will be another sort of covering there to cover up that plywood. Then I'll black out the back plywood tray. And then there'll be a bridge coming across from above over here, coming across like this, just to create a kind of facade there to look like it's going under a bridge and going off to another area. And so let me just zoom out a bit here. You can see how it's sort of coming together, this area. I'll just pan to the right a little so you get an idea of this end of it. You can see part of the tracks here, and turn out there, and there's the cell tower. Yeah, so we're almost ready for paint down in this area. I'm just going to leave them unpainted for now so that you can see the bridge in as well, and then it'll give you a good idea of what's been built lately. Okay? Thanks for watching.